Yes, recently I was just looking for something where somebody show I from the crew, yeah, you know. This article, yeah, written by somebody who work for the New York Times, you know. Yeah, and I was looking at it. Them a show I and an article written by a man named Ben Cesario. All right, on June the 9th, 2022. All right, and then it was updated June the 10th, 2022, which is very, very recently. You know, and it's Chris Blackwell's The Islander, My Life in Music and Beyond. Traces his path to becoming the founder of Island Records. Yeah, and of course, then I guess written by one named Daniel Wise for the New York Times. All right, but then it also appeared under a name by a Ben Cesario. All right, dated as I just mentioned. Basically, it's talking about how him started in Jamaica in 1955 when a Rastaman helped him. I mean, you know, and, well, of course, him is from the English colonial elite people, slave master system in Jamaica. The article don't say nothing about the slave master, colonial slave master system. Them try to avoid saying certain things, all right, in the article, all right. And this supposed to be him latest memoir. Claim him is what? Yeah, I mean, him is how old? 80 something years old, all right? 85 this month, them say. And acknowledge what a Rastaman did to him, a black Rastaman did to him at a time when he was growing up in Jamaica and needed some assistance, all right? And how he started his label and all that, Island Records, all right? And when we look upon it, I look upon it because we grew up with them, man, Bob, Bunny, Peter, as you see them picture right here, so. And from what we know as how them mania struggle and suffered and what them tell us, all right? And me have the documentations of things them that they have shared with us, cause them grew up with we in a trench town. Them grew up with us in a trench town. All right? The whole of them. Because me and the other brethren and sisters them was there in trench town long before Bob, Peter, and Bunny came into Trenchtown, all right? Anyway, but them New York Times people we are write them thing here. We look through the article. It is a memoir in Imarite. His memoir, all right, at this time. It came out June in 2022. And them don't mention nothing about what this man did say, how him denigrated we as ghetto youths when Bob, Peter, and Bunny approached him. It no say nothing about that part there. Nothing at all. Them completely avoid that. Nowhere in this article that was written and published in the New York Times by Ben Cesario mention anything. It's like said this man was a saint. And yet this man was a man were denigrated, defamed, and demeaned us just because we come from Trenchtown. Said we were rebels, and we had a bad reputation, and we were nobodies, all right? Which means him and him family were somebodies because, you see, as the article stated, they were the colonial elite people living in Jamaica, which come off of the same plantation slavery days. All right? So him was just there now, inhabiting all the sweets from the suffering of our ancestors, which were forcefully dragged from Africa to Jamaica to work the plantations in Jamaica. So this was a privilege, man. Privilege, man. Them no mention nothing about that. And yet still, these three brethren here, but you look pan, the three of them gone now, you know. Bob, Peter, Bunny, them gone. Pass out over the years. This man is now 85 years old. So them say. And him feel like him want to speak certain truth. And the people who write this want him to look like, say, him was a kind-hearted person. After a Rasta man, you know, help him when he wanted something in the earlier days. And yet still even after that, him look down upon us, denigrated us, help ostracized us, demean us. We were nobody. You know when somebody I got tell you, say, you are nobody, what I mean? That means, say, they are somebody. But look upon you. You are even worse than a cock. As a matter of fact, even a cockroach with them would have crushed with them foot is better than you. You are nobody because they think they are somebody. Anybody will tell you, say, you are nobody, is demeaning you, is denigrating you, is castigating you. Yes, man. Is discrediting you, is dishonoring you as a human being. Him was a human being, flesh and blood, but you, because you're poor and you come from the ghetto, you're living in abject poverty, you were nobody. And yet them people here don't write nothing about it, you know. In this article, we read right through and dissect this article here. From the New York Times, written by Ben Cesario. Daniel Weiss for the New York Times. It's a Chris Blackwell's The Islander. Is a sort of his memoir, My Life in Music and Beyond. And he traces his path to becoming the founder of Island Records. And nothing in what them write speaks of how my brethren them, while you're looking at them pictures right now, how we suffered them, how we denigrated them, how we demeaned them. It's a good thing, say we there, and we have the history, and we know the truth. For when we see them thing now, after so many years, you know, Bunny passed out last year. 2021, Bunny passed out. All right? And Bunny wrote a Whalers trilogy, Murder, Robbery, and Conspiracy. And Bunny tell you how this man here set up himself in a certain way that him rob the Whalers them music from them. Yes, man. And even when the man here went to England, go visit him over there, the way how him treated them in the cold, them never left Jamaica yet. And them go England. And his invitation. And when them reach over there, how them suffer. Them Peter, them not tell me the whole story, man. Arriving in England, a cool place, something them never in them life used to. And they were made to go through certain demeaning ways for try to keep themselves really together. All because they wanted to make music. All because of that. Let them not tell we. If anybody thinks say everybody from them trench town days pass out and them not their own, I lie them a tell. Alright? Because a whole heap away still their own from the trench town days. And it's a good thing we did there. And we did there at the beginning, from the beginning. These brethren, you're looking at them picture right now. If you're looking at this, you will see me on the far left. Then there is the young Bob when him just come to Trenchtown. The young Bunny, Jabby. And then on the far right is Peter Tosh. Alright? See them there? Reflections of RAS CARDO and the Wailing Wailers. Alright? And yet still, now we are read them thing here, where them man even Daniel Wise from the New York Times, them not go and answer me, you know. When them see this or hear this, them not go and answer me and say nothing. Alright? Because them know we have the truth. And what Ben Cesario write, you will never find them write anything in there that speaks of how these youths here were denigrated by this man from the very beginning, at the beginning, just because they were poor youths living in the ghetto who wanted to sing their way out of the abject poverty that we all knew and lived so well. And me have the truth. And we will speak the truth and call anybody out that no one take the credit and the praises and want look good in the eyes of the world. Like said them was treating us good and respecting us from the beginning. Oh no. Boy, I telling you, Bob had an edge, you know, because Bob's skin did kind of white like them. For them own. Like Fee own. Chris Blackwell own. But boy, Peter and Jabby, boy, them give them a tough time. Tough time. And the story what them have told us of their visit, especially when them went to England, and I try record the music, and I deal with this man. The suffering what them got through was unbearable, man. But the youths them stood their ground, you know, really. And with the perseverance, man, it was rough for them, you know. It was hard for them, and look what. Them never lived to inherit nothing. They died poor. They died poor. And look how much music they recorded under this man. And then this man, in turn, sell the music to Polygram for over 300 million or something dollars in 1998. Him sold it to Polygram, which who sold it to Universal Music Group. Alright, who now owns the license for the man, the music will come out of Trenchtown. A Trenchtown people music. Because every music that Bob and the Wheelers them sing, Peter Touch them sing, at Trenchtown, we know the music long before it even reached studio because we rehearse it with them. Then Junior Braithwaite and myself and Seiko, Joe Higgs and the whole of we don't know about Roy Wilson, Cherry, the whole of we don't know about the whole thing. And them sell it out. Sell it out. So what me I tell you? People are going to hear me I talk about this. And this is the part of the story what them not know about. This is part of the truth what them not going to see other people write about. Because the people them will write about it are going to write about it just like how the people them write about black people in a slavery. Them write it in a for them way. How them look upon it. For make them look good. For make them look like them was a murderers. And killers of our people. Yes. I saw them write it. And them are going to leave out certain truths out of it. But we have the truths. What my brethren, them and sisters, them. who suffer trying to make music under this man, Chris Blackwell, Island Records live. Him can say and do what him want do. File defamation, lawsuit, whatever. But we have the evidence and we have the truth. We have the testimonial from them mania that we have preserved over all these years. And me I tell you, cause me did dead with them. Junior Braithwaite gone. Seiko gone. Joe gone. Rye gone. Cherry gone. And you see the time when them choose for produce for them stuff and get certain people for write for them stuff so that the world can believe that them was good from the very beginning. No, man. No, man. Because we know the real truth. What me I tell you? Why would I come? No, and I tell you this. When we see this, a whole heap of things, them not go put pan it. Alright? But we know. My brethren, them suffer. And them lie in the grave now. Or in the mausoleum. All of them dead and gone, them pass out, and they enjoyed nothing. All right? And look how wealthy this man became. After, even in the beginning, him say people was telling him, don't trust them, don't give them a money for really make a record for you. And him say him took a chance. And the money that he gave to them was like chicken feed money. And yet still them never steal it. They produce a music for him. Much to his surprise, because him think say from what he had heard and from what in his own words did reveal, him think say he was going to lose the little chicken feed money while him chew and give my brethrens them. My brethrens them lived a life of suffering and died a life of suffering. And I, RAS CARDO, am here with the evidence to really state them case posthumously. All right? And who from Bob's side that sell out. After Bob come to Trenchtown with him skin as white as snow, you know. Certain man them was go harm him. And me and Junior Braithwaite and our family and friends them protect him in the 60s because him skin did white as snow. All right? And there were some man them living at Trenchtown that wasn't going to tolerate that because over in the United States at that time was, as you know, the black struggle going, civil rights movements in the real initial days of that. Black is beautiful and the constant struggle was going on over here. And we in a jam down, we knew all about it. We were aware of it. However, we never stole from nobody. All we wanted to do was to sing. And the way my brethren were treated, boy, me I tell you, it hurts. Yeah, man. And yet, they persevered and give this man our music, Trenchtown music, our people music. There is no song that my brethrens them made and recorded for anybody, Island Records or anybody, that we did not rehearse over and over and over again in the back of my yard in Trenchtown. I created reggae. I have the copyrights for my reggae creation, origin of the word and incorporation into music. Yes, them can check it out. The copyrights is posted online for all the world to see. Check with the U.S. Copyright Office. You will see it there too. All right. Scott's official history of reggae, the original Whalers, and the Trenchtown experience. Bob told them, you know, we come from Trenchtown. But you have people in Jamaica, even black-skinned people, that will collude, yes, with them mania and sell out them own people and betray them own people. All right? But we are still here to really deliver the truth to the world. And as my man always say, the truth must swim like oil. Why am I doing this posthumously? Because I have reasons and standings to speak for my brethren who can no longer speak. And my sisterins, Cherry, the whole of us, most of them gone are now to reggae heaven. And them man ya we are go write them thing ya and publish it all over the place on the internet or whatever. And make them people will suffer us look good in this time after them make a wealth and richness off of us. And my brethren's bodies lie in the grave. My brethren and sisters' bodies lie in the grave. And them family. Yes, me not talk about Bob family. Because they made sure that Bob set a family would get certain things. That's why Rita Marley and Sedela and all of them give them a certain piece of the spoils, so to speak. But the most of it, them rob up. Alright? And take for themselves. This man, as it is written, yeah man, as an 18-year-old Englishman whose family was part of Jamaica's colonial elite, all right, in a them time there, in Jamaica, him grew up out there from the slave masters, colonialism, days, and him suffer my brethren them. But me have them testimonials and me have them true story because I was there at the beginning, from the beginning. And over the years of them I try to deal with them and make music. It's pure suffering. I was in school some of the time, but when me come home in at the back of the yard with them, still at the music, still a record music. Our Trenchtown people voices is in lot of the music. From the early days, we come out of Trenchtown before it even got to studio. All right? We have testimonials from Royal. Everybody, all of them. Them Bonino wrote the Whalers trilogy, Murder, Robbery, Conspiracy, and it was published in a Reggaeville and all that. It's up on the internet, yeah man. I for him tell how this man twist and turn things with him cohorts them so that him could have steal the Whalers legacy. That's why Bonnie wrote it. Murder, robbery, conspiracy. All right. So when we see Ben Cesario and Daniel Wise for the New York Times, I write them thing here in a film, sort of memoir, My Life in Music and Beyond. Chris Blackwell's The Islander traces his path to becoming the founder of Island Records. Them now go tell you no the truth, all right? But we have the truth. And there's a whole lot of Trenchtown people and the youths of our people who survive. If you don't think say everybody dead off from them early days, a lie, who not tell, who no. Whole heap of man and sister in them still there. So you know, I want the world to know say, when them see them thing, think of the suffering that them youths here and all of us went through. And Bob Marley even tell them, you know, in a Trenchtown rock, we come from Trenchtown. Them no want hear that. Them no want believe that. No, I just the music, them just want get what them can get. Well, this was a man who exploited the Whalers, suffered the Whalers, gained his riches, which he sold for millions to Polygram, who in turn sold it to Universal Music Group, BMG, UMG, who now owns the cream of the crop. a trench town music, reggae music, which I created reggae and copyrighted too. So I have legal standing to say and speak for these brethren who can no longer speak, and these sistrins who can no longer speak. Jamaica, reggae world, all reggae lovers, know say a truth. We attack, all right? And in spite of all the poverty and the violence that we grew up with, we made music that the world is now enjoying. But Bob Marley was not the only one that made the music, all right? It was the Trenchtown people. It was me, Junior Braithwaite, Gotti Dennis, Joe, Raya, the Wheeling Souls, all of us, Peter, Jabby, Cherry, lots of us, Seeker, and names some of you will never even know, and names which I have not even revealed, all right, from those early Trenchtown days. So, when you read them thing ya and see them thing ya, if you don't know certain truths, if you don't hear the other side, you don't know, and yet still, we never envy no one, we never prejudice against no one, we never denigrate no one, we never have no hate. We give them love, they give us hate, and they give us death. All right? And to this very day, them want control reggae music to the extent that them will kill off certain man them and take away them music catalog. So me I send this message to all the children of who is recording music. Control on music and on mothers and fathers music catalog. License it, copyright it, trademark on image and likeness. Own it. Alright? Own work products. Fi own it. And not depend on Jamaica. Jamaica can't help you. Alright? Rastafari know. This is truth. Yeah, man. I say these things without prejudice. Total truth. Because you know what? My brethren them can no longer speak on my sister. So I say this for all of us from those early Trenchtown days. RAS CARDO, speak for those who can no longer speak. This is 2022. All right. And unfortunately, our downpressers, our oppressors, always live longer than us, because the life of the poor man is either tragically short or miserably long. All of them, mania, from Joe come right down, died poor. They died poor. All right? None of them died rich and wealthy. None of them. And look what they have left. And these people who reaping the unjust enrichment from their works. Look what they are enjoying. And the men and brethren them who build the foundation and sistering them gone. And them family still in a poverty. Yeah, man.